Hello guys, we've got a very special video for you this week. It's an interview with Phantom Trading team member Felix Maxwell, also known as Liquid State on Instagram. We're going to talk about his trading journey from starting out with stocks and retail strategies to being where he is now. He's also going to give us a little mini lesson on how he uses the seconds time frame on his sexy brown charts. There he is.
All right, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Right, there he is. Okay. So Felix Maxwell,
Hello.
or Liquid State.
Liquid State.
Is that a final name now? Because you've had a few names over the time I've known you. I think Delhi T was the first one.
What was the first one?
Delhi T.
Oh, Delhi T. Yeah, but I mean that's my Discord tag.
Oh right,
but
okay.
I've always kept Liquid State as my official, I don't know, it's always been that on Instagram.
Okay. Liquid. Would you like me to refer to you as Felix or Liquid?
Don't call me Felix. don't call me Liquid.
Okay, so Felix, you're a Phantom team member.
Yeah, recently.
This is quite a recent thing.
Wow. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. I'm quite proud of it, to be fair. It's a bit of an achievement because I haven't been trading very long, and it's quite a nice little milestone, I suppose.
No, it's awesome. They're one of the best communities out there. And that adds a lot to your name, I suppose, your credibility as a trader.
Yeah, for sure.
So talking about how long you've been in trading, how old are you again?
I'm 22.
22 years old. And
yeah.
When did you first get into trading?
So my mate introduced me to like stonks back in July 2020.
Right. Okay.
So I knew about them before, but I didn't really hold anything in them. And then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna buy some. Oh yeah, can I swear in this?
Of course.
Okay. Watershed hours or something. Okay. And then I bought like a couple grand's worth of Tesla stock. Back in July. I got like a nice gain on it. I can't remember how much gain, maybe like 40% or some shit.
Nice.
Withdrew it, and then like diversified my portfolio, split into loads of other stocks, and then just lost like all my profit.
Right. Okay.
Within like 2 days, so I was back to square one.
A standard tale. Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, it's so classic. But I was just kind of like, okay, well, I will look into this a bit deeper, see what I don't know. Yeah, see if I can like make something out of it.
Yeah, so
make something out of it, but just kind of understand what I'm actually doing rather than just mindlessly throwing money into like effectively meme stocks, you know.
Yeah, were you looking at charts at all at that point, or were you just kind of no, just sort of follow? Were you like on Wall Street Bets on Reddit and stuff like that, like checking?
I don't think I was quite on the Wall Street Bets Reddit page at that point, but I think I was just like, Tesla is the forefront of electric vehicles, and I think it will do well.
Okay.
That was my idea for when I first bought it. I couldn't tell you all of the other like stocks that I randomly bought after that. I think one was NIO, which is that Chinese electric car company as well, and that did all right, to be fair. But then all the others just kind of diminished really quickly.
Okay.
And then in probably at the end of 2020 or the start of 2021, I found out. Well, I knew about FOREX, but I kind of thought it was like a bit of a scam, to be fair.
Right.
Because you just see all this shit online, like all of the ads and stuff, and it's still to this day when I see these ads, I'm like, it still seems like a scam, even though I'm like well into Forex now. It's like, so the industry is so
the thing there are so many scams out there and so much shit, so you're not wrong in still
Yeah.
thinking that there is, and it's fairly easy to tell who are the scammers and who aren't, but
Yeah.
only once you know what's going on.
Yeah, for sure. You have to have a bit of a grasp, I suppose, first.
Yeah. But did you get roped into any sort of more scammy things?
No, I actually didn't. I was quite like precautious about it. I'm quite a, I don't know, I'm quite a precautious guy in terms of like, I'm not just gonna randomly click on anything, for example, or randomly sign up or give my money away to anyone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have actually, to be fair, this is quite a funny little side story. I was doing cryptos. Actually, to be fair, I should have started with this. I did have crypto for. I've probably had crypto for like 3 years now.
Yeah.
But there was this one time. I think it must have been. It was probably. I think it was 2019 or like end of 2018. But this guy. Oh, it's so funny. It's this rapper that I followed, and he was sick. He was in like Top Dog Entertainment with like Kendrick Lamar and stuff.
Okay.
And I had him on Snapchat, and I don't know. I think his Snapchat must have got hacked or some shit, because he was asking for. He basically put up a story on Snapchat saying, "Can you send me Ethereum, and I'll send you money like at twice the price, because I've just opened an account and I can't buy it anymore."
Oh,
you know
yeah. Yeah,
like
yeah.
he already reached his like buying limit on Ethereum, so
Right.
so he wanted people to just send him like more and then he would like send you like 1.5 times the market value or whatever. And because it was this like well-renowned rapper,
Yeah.
okay, I'll try it out with like a couple. I think it was a couple £100 or like £150 or something. But yeah, I sent it to him, and he like immediately blocked me. And I swear someone must have got his account, because I can't see like a really well-renowned rapper.
No,
like,
I remember this, Felix. It happened to loads of celebrities. Loads of celebrities got hacked.
Oh, really?
And asked for the exact same thing. Asked for people to send them cryptocurrencies. It was people like, I think even like Elon Musk and people like that.
Really?
It happened. Yeah, it was quite a big story.
Damn, I didn't even know about that.
Oh man.
Yeah, there you go. I was part of that.
Yeah, at least it was only 150, I guess.
Yeah, no, it wasn't much. I was still pretty like precautious with it, because I was like, this still just seems so wrong, even though this is like a guy that I would somewhat trust. Like, I don't know, even though it's a celebrity, but yeah, that's chill. I don't mind. And then I was like contacting Coinbase support like so much, basically saying, yeah, I don't know how this transaction happened, because I was trying to get the money back. But yeah, they didn't fall for it. So.
Oh man.
But that's about it in terms of scams. I think when I first got into Forex was like start of February. Like, I actually bought a course. It was a retail course. I spent just over £1,000 on it, and
oh wow,
I thought it was like the dog's bollocks. I thought it was hot stuff.
Was that grand just a one-off payment? Was it? Yeah. Did it have a community that there was membership to?
They had a community and stuff, and like support and everything. And I don't want to bash it either. Like, the guy who set it up actually seemed like a nice guy. But it was just, I don't know. I just couldn't get along with the retail style of trading, because I was going with it for a while, and I was really working hard, like trying to make it work. And in the meantime, I was seeing these ads on YouTube for like, I don't know if you've heard of WWA.
I have, yeah.
But I don't know. I saw some ads on their YouTube for like one to like 150 risk to reward trades and stuff.
Yeah.
And when I saw that, I was hooked. I was like, okay, nah, I have to like find out the mechanics behind the market and what's like why price does what it does.
Yeah.
not
What
just
kind of
sticking
risk
like.
reward was in the retail group? Sort of 1 to 3, 1 to 2
I was
kind of
looking
thing.
at 1 to 3. I think the guy advertised it as like really good because it was 1 to 3 rather than like 1 to 1 or 1 to 2.
Yeah, yeah.
So he
Still
was like,
great,
yeah,
by the way. So
it's what?
still a great trade if you get
Yeah,
a
no,
1 to 3. But
don't get me wrong. As long as you have more than like a 50% win rate, you're good. You're all
for
good, or
sure.
even less to be fair. But yeah.
Yeah.
Where was it? And then yeah, I basically because of that ad, I kind of like started researching it more just on YouTube, and I found like MentFX, Pips of Persia,
Nice.
like a couple other ones, but that kind of stuff. And I tried to like develop my own strategies with it, which
Okay.
didn't really work. I was kind of trying to implement like retail and smart money or institutional, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And I just basically didn't know what I was doing, and I just got slapped around.
You couldn't let go of the retail stuff yet. Can I
Yeah, I
just
was
ask what kind of
combined.
retail was it? Like support and resistance, or was it like patterns with channels and head and
It
shoulders and
was
flags and all that kind of thing?
like a bit of both. It was mainly support and resistance and Fibonacci retracements.
Okay, right.
70% Fibonacci retracements or whatever.
Okay.
I was like, oh yeah, this is sick. I'm using like nature's like Fibonacci sequence. Like, oh, this is really
Yeah.
cool. Everything aligns, and it's like in balance with nature or whatever. I don't know. I don't know
I
that
get
kind of
you.
stuff.
I get you.
And yeah, and then yeah, I just couldn't do it anymore. So I found I don't does Walt have a Instagram? I don't know if people want.
I can't
If
remember.
anyone here remembers Walt or slash Heisenberg, who is
Yeah.
in Phantom, that's who I found his like Instagram, and I saw he posted a markup of EU like over like 2 days when it was trending, and I think it was like over 1,000 R worth of like continuations
Right.
over
Yeah.
2 days, and I was like, nah, what am I doing? This is insane. So yeah, I messaged him like, please sir, how can I learn your strategy? And yeah, he like forwarded me to Phantom, and I think I literally bought it like the next day, I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
Yeah, I purchased it the next day, and that was the end of April. And
Okay. This
yeah,
year.
the rest is
Yeah.
history. Yeah, this year. So it is now December, so it's been like 6 months, 7 months or something like that. So,
7 to 8 months. Yeah.
yeah, 7 months.
Yeah. Now you're part of the team.
Yeah, now I'm part of the team.
You've replaced Walt, and he's disappeared. So yeah, if anyone knows
Yeah,
where Walt's gone, if you're
yeah, get in
watching this,
touch.
yeah,
Yeah, Walt, if you're watching this, message me back, boy.
Okay, great. So can I just ask what were you doing for money before trading, or maybe you still have a job?
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I was working for like a music studio company in Bristol
awesome.
called Pirate Studios. And I was in like the electrical team, so I would I would make like light fittings or like DJ desks with all the power inlets and outlets and stuff, and like power distribution boards, like smart fuse boards and that kind of stuff.
Oh wow.
It was pretty interesting, to be fair.
Yeah.
But then it got like super. They had like loads of like tens of millions of dollars invested in them from some Chinese companies, so they outsourced all of their production line to like foreign countries and stuff for cheaper labor and stuff.
Right.
It was pretty mad, actually. Like the whole team that was there from the beginning, basically, because it started off with just construction mainly, or like just the core crew, and basically the whole core crew got like made redundant, basically.
Yeah.
Which it was interesting. Yeah, it basically just became like a corporate machine, you know. And then all of the like heart and soul that started it got made redundant and replaced with some guy in, I don't know, Malaysia or wherever the labour's cheapest at the moment, I suppose. Yeah,
I see. Yeah, happens far too often. But freed up your time.
Yeah, I got like a huge redundancy package from that, or not huge, but it was enough for me to just kind of chill and work for myself with like other little jobs that I do on the side, and also learn to trade, basically. Yeah,
quite a silver lining to that whole thing.
Yeah, definitely a silver lining to be fair. And also I was actually there was like, we had like a new boss, and I wasn't really getting along with him, so I was actually thinking of like quitting like pretty shortly. So the fact that I got made redundant at the time I did was actually kind of good for me, because I got an extra nice little bonus redundancy package instead of quitting where I would have got nothing. So
right, there you go.
Actually worked for me. And then I've just been living off the money from that and jobs, like current jobs, and now I'm starting to make some money from trading. So
perfect.
Yeah.
Right.
All worked out in the end.
Indeed. So you joined Phantom in April.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
And you were you'd learned a little bit about, smart money, I suppose they call it, and all these different concepts, order blocks and whatnot.
Yeah.
How did you find settling in at Phantom when you joined there straight away?
Yeah, it was good. Like, everyone was super helpful. The support was really quick. Like, you just kind of ask a question. Well, it's got maybe slightly slower, but I think that's because it's not much at all, because I think I still see questions being answered within like 15 minutes on average, I would say. But yeah, it was like, because obviously it's got bigger and stuff since then. But yeah, no, it's really good. It's really good. Everyone was super supportive. People come through with like inspirational quotes and stuff every day to keep you motivated, I suppose. Everyone's got like a winning mindset. Yeah, I can't really complain at all about it, to be honest.
Yeah. So who would you say were like the biggest influences for you? Maybe there's one guy or girl.
I'd say probably two. I'd say probably two members of Phantom in particular. One being Brian, who's Blackwatch.
Yeah.
And the other being Albie.
Oh yeah.
I think Brian, in terms of like technical prowess, he's like so well versed with the market and just like explains it so well and so concisely. And Albie, in terms of like, I don't know, like inspiration and like, I don't know, yeah, he put stuff in a really like easy to understand way, in terms of like, his technicals are amazing, but I think he does a better job of kind of laying in the like mindset groundwork almost. And you don't have to like trade every day, you don't have to be in the market all the time. You can chill and just like take a few trades in like a month or a week, however you want to do it, and just live like 10% on an FTMO is life-changing. And it's not even that hard with the strategy. You just have to be disciplined and patient and focused. And all of this. Well, those are the three words at the top of my chart. But
yeah. Oh, I love Albie, man. He's a funny guy as well. So his video is always entertaining. He drops in these little comments here and there.
Yeah, I like on his latest video, he tried some like slipper flip onto his foot, which failed, and it was just like just the silence afterwards. I was just like, oh, nice one.
He's a natural.
He's great. He's great.
Cool. So tell us a bit about your journey through Phantom then. So from starting out to becoming a team member, what helped you the most in learning? Like what sort of were your processes, maybe daily or weekly or whatever, that you think you did that led you to where you are now? So, joining a course is all fine and everything, you get the information, the details, but what do you think what are the key things you need to do to kind of become successful, I guess is what I'm saying, or what's the best way to involve yourself in a course?
I think it comes down to two like fundamental things personally, which is like showing up, not every day if you can't, but showing up consistently.
Yeah.
And being willing to having a goal that you want to succeed, like an actionable plan and actionable steps to get towards that, whilst showing up every day. And then the other thing is literally just chart time. Just like the more time you spend on live charts is like the best learning. Like I would say for me, backtesting is great, especially if you're at the start of your journey and you're learning. You've got all this info that you can't have it in your head all at once, because it's especially if you've come from a retail background, it's so much like I definitely wouldn't skip backtesting if I went back and did it again. But
no,
I think live chart work and showing up consistently are the two defining factors, I would say.
Awesome. Do you post, or I think you still do, you post markups quite often?
Yeah, pretty often. I did very often, but I've reduced it a little bit just because I am trying to reduce like my overall time spent on screen, or
right.
I don't know. I'm trying to still have like enough time that I can trade every day pretty much. But
yeah,
also I don't want to be sat like at my computer for 12 hours a day.
Yeah, because that will fuck you as well.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, no, I did actually post a markup recently, like 2 days ago or 3 days ago or something like that. But yeah, I'll still continue to do it. But yeah,
those lovely brown charts.
Yeah, the brown chart gang. You know how we do.
Absolutely.
No polarizing charts in the light.
Well, it's good to be polarizing.
Yeah, for sure.
You can't please everyone. But speaking of your charts, we were talking about maybe you giving us a little mini lesson on how you use the seconds. Is he still up for that?
Yeah, I can do that. We'll have to swap over to my screen.
Yeah, here we go. Yep, perfect. Okay. So, I'll hand it over to you.
Shall I just run through? Like, should I just just run through?
Whatever, man.
Awesome. Okay. Transition.
Oh yeah, Zishin.
We didn't do the trans at the start. It's not gonna
work.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna run through some technicals quickly for you guys. I'm gonna be looking at a trade I took 3 days ago. I don't know. Is it the 10th today? I don't even know. It's the 9th. Okay, I took this 2 days ago. This was on GU. As a sell. So, I'll just start on the daily. We're bearish, obviously. We're hella bearish. In this daily leg. 4 hour, we're also super bearish. I haven't got my mapping, but I think it was.
Yeah, I'll just say, obviously, you might look at your structure mapping a little bit different to me. But but overall, you know, the concepts of how using the seconds and entries and stuff, it's all kind of the same, really. It's just a small difference in how we look at things, but it still makes total sense. Anyway.
Yeah, sure. Oh yeah, I'll skip into that. Okay, so this is our 4-hour and also 15-minute leg of price from this high to this low, because we broke this low right here, and this is the highest point before the break. So we're working in this current leg of price for like intraday stuff, definitely. So basically this trade was based upon, you can see it on the 4-hour. It's kind of it. The 4-hour comes down, taps into demand here, pushes up, takes liquidity from like 4 candles, and then has like a massive push down. So this is supply. It's much clearer on the 15-minute, which is the time frame that is based on. I mean, it's still like you will find something engulfed within there. I think this was, oh yeah, this was NFP, I think, or a news event. So yeah, takes all this liquidity. I'll just draw that on. Pushes lower, breaks this substructural low, and that's about it. But it's broken a low, so it's valid.
Now, do you need a supply or demand to have taken liquidity for it to be valid?
I don't need it. I need it to be either an extreme, a flip, or have taken liquidity.
Okay.
And ideally I want it to be engulfed. Like I think this is engulfed on some time frame, but
right.
I can't remember what time frame it's engulfed on. Oh, it's news, so it's going to be like engulfed on like 30 seconds or something.
Right.
But this wick is enough for me because we have these 2 pretty intense bearish candles, or like this whole push afterwards. So it just engulfs this whole wick effectively with the next push down. So yeah, I just use this wick, and we get very corrective. So this is quite a nice tool. So from here, it took 1 hour and 45 minutes to get to this low.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you compare that to the time it took to get back up, which it doesn't, we'll even do it to here because it doesn't get back up to the high here. But yeah, anyway, even to here, it takes 2 days and 20 hours, which is like almost over 10 times the impulse, the time it took to impulse down.
Sure.
So that's a quite nice little tool that you can use to view like aggression and stuff like that. So what time was this? I think actually, yeah, okay. I took the trade around 8, but we'll just get into it. So here we break this low after tapping into supply. This was, I think there were shorts around here still, because this is around New York. But I always forget when there's screen sharing, it's hard to like click on this stuff at the top. Okay, so we take structural liquidity here and we tap into our supply. So nowadays I want to see structural liquidity taken. I realized a lot. I had quite a few losses last week, and I think a lot of them were not implementing like structural liquidity and other like minor liquidity sweep concepts.
Okay.
So that's like I'm working that into my plan quite a lot more now.
Always evolving, always developing.
Exactly.
Never ends.
Never ends. That's what I love about it, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, we take this high, which there's a lot of orders resting above this because it's also a session high. That's another little thing. It's a session high of New York, so there's a lot of liquidity above this. So I'll drop to the 1 minute. So yeah, we tap in again. We exhibit our first sign of bearish price action here when we take this low. So we come up, we take this high, and then we have this high, which gets taken just about, and then this low gets taken. So we're now exhibiting some bearish price action inside our higher time frame supply point of interest. So that's looking nice. Now, obviously, this is all happening at like 5 a.m. So I wouldn't be taking this anyway. But this sets up for for the trade that I took later. So we tap back into our extreme supply, our low time frame supply. I don't think we actually change character on the 1 minute, but what we do is we basically take these highs, mitigate it again, and then we take this little. This is basically, oh well, actually no, that's not even a change of character yet, but it's like internal structure of this little 1M push. So there's more bearish action coming in from it taking that. Having mitigated here again, so that's a supply chain forming, albeit internal. It's not like anything crazy yet, but then we take more liquidity, which I'm implementing like sweeps and supply chains into my plan a bit more.
Okay.
So we have first mitigation of our high time frame supply, second mitigation of our low time frame supply, or well, first mitigation of our low time frame supply, second mitigation, third mitigation, and we swept liquidity twice by this point. And then now we properly exhibit some nice bearish price action. We take this low, and we get our 1M change of character. So this is like structural low. Oh no, yeah, it is. Yeah. So by this point, it's still not my trading hours yet, but let's see. So we actually, I might as well, I'll just show a loss here as well, to be fair, just because.
Right.
Whatever. Yeah, it was valid for me. So we take this low on the 15-minute, which means we've got a 15-minute change of character. And then we make this 15-minute supply zone out of this inside bar, which flips off this demand. So we come in, we tap the demand here. Just draw it out for you quickly. We come in, we tap it, we push up, we make this inside bar, which gets engulfed, and then we take the low here. So that's a nice little SD flip, and we get a 15-minute zone. So I'll happily play off that as well. Then in terms of refined POIs inside the zone, we have this 1 minute engulfed candle. And also, I believe, yeah, we've got this 30-second flip before this low goes. So we flip off this demand. It's all the same stuff you see, but like incrementally going down time frames. It's all fractal, which is kind of what I love about it. It's very interesting. But yeah, so we get this engulf 30-second candle, literally the same as what happened on the 15-minute, but this is on like the 30 seconds. So I'd happily play a reaction from this, which I believe, let's see, I'll take this on the 5 seconds. Let's just get this. So yeah, we change character on the 5 seconds because we have this high, this low. We take the high here, just draw it on for you, and then we take this low right here. What did it? Well, for me, this candle is engulfed. Obviously, this isn't a bearish candle, but we like that would be a bearish candle if the seconds weren't so like dodgy to look at. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And so I had buffer over the high, 1.5 pips. I'm covering this high, and I've got a little bit of buffer in front of this in case we don't tap it and we tap something in here. So I think this does actually just blow straight through, or maybe we get a little reaction. Yeah, so it blows straight through, which is fine. Like this was valid for me because this level took some minor liquidity.
Yeah.
And we got our lower time frame confirmation inside. That's fine. The idea is still in play. This is something that I would always get like spooked by trade ideas. If my first trade or the first 2 trades got swept, it can really damage your like not just your mindset, but also your like your idea of the trade
For sure.
overall.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I will still, if my narrative, you need to have the high time frame narrative and everything like locked down so that you're confident in your plan and stuff like that.
Yeah. So just back yourself up.
Exactly. So I was still confident to take another trade if the criteria presented itself to me. I'll skip it a bit on 1 minute because I think. Oh yeah, so it swiped me and then started dropping lower. I was like, no, I've just been completely liquidated. The trade's
Again.
Yeah, so then I had this other zone, obviously here, this 1M zone. I think I had it up. We'll see, because I don't think. Oh yeah, so it completely clears the zone without a 5-second change of character. So this invalidated this zone for me, so I wasn't happy to take a trade there.
Okay.
Finally, we've got. I don't think I mentioned this, but yeah, we've got this wick at the top, which is the extreme of our supply chain. We also have this high as inducement for it. And yeah, this wick has taken this liquidity from these highs here. And on the, I think it's 15 or 5 seconds, it's engulfed. Yeah, so it's this range which gets engulfed here.
Okay.
So this was my last level for the trade to play, basically, because all of this is quite compact and like tightly mitigated. So maybe this, I'll just remember this. Maybe this at a push, but that's like this whole 1 minute range is mitigated here. So this was the best kind of extreme level that was going to play for me if it was going to play.
Yeah, makes sense.
So we get our 5-second high taken, and then this is the 5-second low that you want to see taken. We've already had an extremely aggressive push into this, like into this refined POI, indicating like a lot of money going into it. We then get an extra. Oh, okay.
Oi.
That was dodgy. We'll get there. We'll get the aggressive reaction tool on that. And then yeah, we get a really aggressive push down, breaking the low here. So basically, my whole you could have set a limit like this, but like I'm not happy doing that. It's very like what GU is more volatile as well than EU. So that's
the spread's a bit bigger as well, isn't it?
Let's see if that would have worked. But this was my entry, and I had buffer. I think I can't remember. Is this okay? Yeah, this is 1.5 pips. This my actual stop loss that I used. Let's see what happens with the 0.5 pip stop loss. Okay.
Oh,
yeah. So you would have got taken out, obviously, which is why I have buffer. I don't try to be clever and just do this and just cover the time. That kind of stuff will happen.
Oh, the commission on that.
The commission will absolutely decimate your account.
Yeah.
So yeah, 1.5 pip with a nice bit of buffer, and then we do actually spike the high, which I didn't want to be spiked, but yeah, we do spike it.
Yeah.
But it's fine because I was still kept in the trade and it was still retained in this level. And then yeah, we just start
flies down.
Moving away from here. I will quickly discuss my initial targets for this trade. I think my partials were at this 15-minute demand. Just in case because this was like an internal demand chain for me, so we could potentially take this little low as inducement and then push higher. So I took I think like 75% off at this demand, and then I let the rest run, and I think I took more partials when we swiped this low out at 65R. Yeah.
Wow.
So that was my second partial, and I think I've got about 10% running.
Oh, you're still
No.
in?
I'm still in this one. I've got between 5 and 10% running. So I took second partial 65R, which was the same partial for this GU trade at 100R. So
Wow.
that was 160. No, I'm quite proud of that, to be fair. That was 165R.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's all about the high time frame narrative, like, because you want to just be getting into zones which like are high probability on the high time frame, but then using the lowest time frame you feel comfortable with to execute, ideally.
Yeah, it's just adding layers and layers of confirmation in a way, isn't it?
Literally, yeah, it's just continual like layers of confirmation. So like we've got our 4 hour, and then we've got this 15-minute change of character as confirmation inside our 15-minute zone, and then we've got all of our like 1 minute supply chain and stuff that I was mentioning, and then finally we've got our 5-second change of character within our refined zone at the top. So
absolutely nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a tasty one.
Yeah, oh, that was fantastic. Thank you so much for going through that with us.
No worries, man. Glad to.
Yeah, no, and thank you for joining us, Felix. That was an exceptional interview. And
thanks, man. Yeah,
thanks for being the first guest on MagicFX.
Oh yeah,
interviews.
Yeah, everyone like, subscribe.
And
also follow me on Instagram.
Exactly. Where can we find you, Felix?
So on Instagram, I am at _liquid state.
Yeah. Send him loads of messages. Please, how'd you do this? How'd you do that? A lot.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Dan.
He does free one-on-ones all the time. No. Where else can they find you?
And then you can find me in the Phantom Discord. I don't have the easiest name to pull out, to be honest. It's like it's got loads of accents, but if you type in swoop, SWOUP, on the Phantom Discord, you'll be able to find me on there.
Yes.
And yeah, those are the 2 ways that you can reach me.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much again, Felix. And
yeah, cheers for having me on, man. I appreciate it.
Might see you again at some point.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah.
All right.